I think tonight will be a night they will remember the choke they had on the attack there, but they will remember how close they were to winning.
Yeah.
And that's a learning experience that you just don't get in a scrim.
Yeah.
That you need to lose like this on stage where you like almost defeated the Titan to advance yourself as a pro gamer, you know, as a player of esports. That's the kind of loss that feels bad, but also feels really good because you know what you need to improve. You took a tough loss, and
Basically.
it's not easy.
Yeah, the first game was kind of like, you know, one of those games where people say you learn from your mistakes. Feliz in this game when they came so close, but they did end up losing. But it's one of those learning experiences. So you know, you fall down, you get back up. They just fell, but it was definitely worth getting back up for the next round.
Indeed. This is a Ballistix map pick. It is Towers of Doom.
Yeah.
Feliz will have first ban, so they can respond to this map pick now. Obviously, previously it was their map pick. They had a clear strategy prepared for Infernal Shrines. In fact, they may have even picked the map instead of picking first ban because they had this strategy so well prepared. As we head into this one, we'll see if they take the macro approach. Hanaten was the big playmaker on the Leoric previously, but this is not a map where you can set up for that. He's probably going to have to be on something like a Dahaka.
Yeah. Ooh, the Medivh is banned here.
Watching that last series, I can understand it.
Alright, so we have that Diablo open, but they go with the Dahaka, like you said.
So just kind of something that G-Clef has talked about a lot is it feels like Hanaten has kind of been a weak link in terms of hero pools, and he has been outshined by the DPSs and Liu on his squad.
Yep.
But, you know, that's why you've got to draft around him, and Dahaka is the first pick here. They're trying to make this a global draft. Last game, they brought the Leoric in early in the draft as well. Drafted around him, as we will see STE's Thrall again. Let's see if he can be a little bit more survivable this time.
Definitely, yeah. Not dying by a quote-unquote unmeta heroic here this time around. But you know, Thrall, it just shows, you know, how viable Thrall is, because you see, like, yes, he did die a lot, but him just being focused down that many times, it just shows how dangerous he could be if he's alive. So that also proves that Thrall is actually viable here. And, you know, it's very unfortunate that he did get picked off like we were talking about repeatedly.
I mean, he's such a good Thrall player, and Thrall is so meta right now at the top, highest level.
Yep.
So, you know, it's a good priority pick here. It'll be the Raynor ban, so removing that here once again. Li Ming comes through with Deckard, which screams explosive team fights, resets galore, and stay a while, listen combos. Dahaka grabs the tank, you blow up the tank or anyone who gets in your way on your way to victory in that team fight. So what stands against that? You know, it's a tough question as to who you want to tank on Ballistix here. They actually banned the Kharazim. They don't even ban a tank.
Yeah,
because this comp is like, it's pretty good against almost anything. I guess maybe a Nubarok would be the strongest hero in this situation.
But once again, a noob has his pros and cons. If you burrow charge in wrong, there's so many CCs and the burst damage on the side of Feliz that, you know, even if you're a Nubarok, you could still get melted down and get CC'd. But they do go with the Yrel and the Muradin here.
Okay, Muradin, somewhat of an escape and can heal through the burst with his trait. Yrel also is fantastic with her heroic at absorbing Li Ming damage and just turning it into HP. So you basically just sit there and you become a shield that heals against Li Ming's damage in those team fights, can allow everyone to retreat. But you can already tell based on this draft that Ballistix is out of their comfort zone. They don't have, you know, SC on one of his carry heroes per se, and they don't have Deckard. So I like the way this has been drafted. And now we get the Hammer pick. And this has insane siege potential. This is Dudu's best hero. Historically, the hero has been most famous for on this map, the Hammer. And it feels like Feliz got everything they wanted here.
Yeah. It seems like they're ready to get into this match. And, you know, we see both of their drafts, especially on the side of Feliz. It's an honest draft. Like, we know what they're going to do, what they're planning in their heads. Same goes for Ballistix, but more towards Feliz with Hammer coming out as well as Deckard and Li Ming on their side. It's going to be a big fight this round.
Oh, certainly.
Wow.
In my, like, when I look at this draft, I think that Feliz outsmarted Ballistix.
Yeah.
And that's a rare thing to see, that SC himself has been outdrafted and he is staring down a team that has burst potential, excellent wave push, you know, for grabbing control of bell towers, good delay for channeling, also has globals. And when I look at Ballistix's draft, all I see is you picked a very meta hero in Thrall, you got Malfurion because you got outdrafted, you didn't want the Malfurion, and you picked Phoenix early in the draft because SC's hero pool is still not quite up to par. The Rainer ban coming through as well, a little bit puzzling instead of the hammer.
Yeah.
And I think that if Ballistix wins this map, it's a statement of how good they are mechanically and strong as a team.
Yeah, definitely. Hero tries to escape. But like you said, Wolf, they are definitely out of their comfort zone, and if they win this, this just proves the big gap between Ballistix and Feliz. But however, if Feliz does win this map, or this battleground, it's just showing that it's possible for any teams to just, you know, just take their time and outsmart starting the ban pick phase and still get a victory out against Ballistix, who's such a strong team right now.
Yeah. To put this into perspective, of the 4 teams playing today,
yeah,
all of the teams except Ballistix have one player who's designated shot caller and drafter. For Ballistix, they have 2 shot callers, Hooligan and Jungha, and then SC does ban pick. So they have 3 designated roles. This is something that has been discussed to death about Ballistix's lack of a strong leader. Ever since you know, Nacho Jin left the team, it felt like they really missed that. And you know, Soy's departure as well, they had to kind of rebuild things, and that put a lot of pressure on the members. But they've never still been able to claim a full leader. For a while, everyone was saying SDE was the drafter and the shot caller. Now he's not.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 shot callers in game, 1 macro, 1 team fight, and 1 drafting shot caller who's SC. It's just splitting the responsibilities among a lot of people.
It's been going back and forth on the side of Ballistix, but still it's been working out. They do stay up there in the top 3 in the Korean HGC, but like you said, when they find that one main leader on their team to kind of, you know, make that shot, make that call, and not have the arguments in between, oh, are we going to do this, are we going to do that? You know, it's going to be more solid, and as a team, they're going to move as one.
Yeah, and I wonder if that leader will ever be found. You know, it may just be this team operates like a very famous Heroes team back in the day, back in 2016, My Insanity, who had Hasselab sort of as the main shot caller, but it was more of a share information style where basically everyone said, like, we're all shot calling together. You know, this is not a team that has one leader.
Yeah.
Has strengths and weaknesses for sure. Okay, root here onto Hammer, but they can't really commit to this fight.
Yeah. Everybody's here gets pushed back.
Dudu's just like sitting so comfortably right now. 4v3 rotation, okay. The Hawk is getting more value. Here comes Li Ming, meanwhile. And if that's a hit on SC, like suddenly Aimer gets a ton of damage done.
Well, it seems like OJ has been trying to tank a little bit for Dudu. He is low, but Deckard is going to heal him right away. Oh gosh, this is just, it's so annoying to see the Hammer just doing free siege damage here with everybody just protecting him.
Yeah. But this is like why this is so powerful. You have Li Ming and Hammer, you have the best siege for structures in the game to just safely do that damage while also soaking.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, look at the mid lane. Like Ballistix is not just rolling over and dying. It will take them longer to do this than it will for Feliz, but they're at least going to try to trade out some of these walls. This is going to be the triple altar phase. And with the Dahaka pick, it's going to be a lot easier for Feliz to capitalize on this as well. Still behind, inexperienced because they've been four-manning this so long, they lost a lot of waves in mid, whereas because SDE stayed here, he lost no minions. So Ballistix takes that experience lead as a result.
Yeah, but if you notice at the top right side, they're contesting Feliz on that line here.
Perfectly done.
Oh, if he does get picked up, this is big.
The best way to stop a global hero from getting value on this map is to collapse on top of him.
Yeah.
Move on top of him so that he doesn't get value from global, because they brought the fight to him. He's not hiding and bringing the fight to the other team. He's actually the one who's getting dove upon.
Alright, so this time around, Ballistix takes 2, and they're able to get a pick onto the Haka, which gives even further lead in the experience-wise. But you look at this, Dudu and OJ and Liu just constantly bothering the bottom lane, now slowly moving up. This just has been a nuisance for Ballistix.
Certainly. And it's, you know, because SD has done such a good job of deflecting it, it's worked well for them. They have an experienced lead. OJ, that was a close call. I also want to point out the build here for SD on the Thrall. He went for Crash Lightning, which actually, in this case, works out so well because he knew he was going to be the dedicated defender against the 4-man push bottom. So not only did they get counter soak mid, but he's building stacks at the same time. It's a really intelligent build from SDE, and it puts them in a position to, you know, just have this experience lead, have this, you know, counter damage done, and there's nothing Feliz can do about it. They can't kill SDE, so maybe they should split and soak mid as well. You can see that's what they're trying to do mid right now, but it's actually going to lead to a death.
Ooh.
I was watching. Don't worry, chat. I saw that. They're trying to put Li-Ming in there, but it doesn't work out.
It doesn't, and this is just going to split push, like you said. The Phoenix and the Malfurion just going to push up the mid bell tower, forcing the Haka to come down, and it's going to just allow Uriel to get that 12 o'clock camp and push top even further.
Yeah, the game plan here for Feliz is just being... It's been so well handled by Ballistix and SD in particular. And now that they've gotten the mid wall, they're just going to stay bot. Because there's no reason to push mid anymore. It's actually okay.
Yep. Just need Uriel to go back.
And she's coming.
She's actually coming down here. Hammer pretty low. Still trying to do some damage. Dude, end up going out.
Dudu's positioning is perfect. They knew where Hooligan was. So Hooligan max range on Dwarf Toss, they knew where that was. So that's where OJ was standing. So there was no way that he was going to be able to hit Dudu. So Dudu just being really impressive on this hammer right now. But Ballistix is going to start to handle this channel. Dudu's cloaked at the moment, which is very annoying to deal with. Yeah. It's not going to last forever, but just carefully making sure they can identify everything that they're up against before they fight this. They have 10 now.
Ooh, you see Feliz kind of went for that gank up at top against Uriel, but obviously pulls back a little bit.
They know that that's their best bet of getting value in this moment where they're a level behind and they don't have heroics. They could try to delay the bot channel and then get a gank. Ballistix just wasn't having it, so really safe play from John. One of the safest top laners, I think, in the world. So difficult to kill him.
You see Hooligan kind of trying to make something out of this. Jumps in, but this is definitely not going to work out 2v3 here. In the meantime, Li-Ming gets picked off once again.
Looks like it was a root probably that caught her. We'll never know for sure.
Another root. You have 4 members at mid here. Murden kind of slips in and slips out.
Ballistix is playing very decisively this game. They control the 4-man push bot very early with the Thrall pick and the Crash Lighting build, and soaked mid as well. Gained that experience lead. Have had 3 successful rotational ganks. 2 of them onto Li-Ming. Gonna steal this camp. OJ is overextending to fight. He's gonna be the first to blow up. Actually, just barely survives. And they just got 10. They're looking for this fight. OJ's got a lot of armor. Maybe this works out for Feliz. Once Li-Ming starts getting resets. Here's one.
There is one, but you
it's not for her side though.
One going down for Dehaka, but you see SC, he's unable to do anything because he's so low. So he's kind of staying just close by just in case anybody gets super low, but they do pull out, but they still have that T-fight on their side of Ballistix with Dehaka getting picked off.
Yeah. I thought Aimer was going to grab that one. Did not happen. It was super close. If he gets one reset,
it would have been over.
It's over.
It would have been a different outcome.
Well, I mean, not over, but it would have been fair, I guess. Is probably the better way to say it. But okay, 4 more shots to Feliz's core. Find themselves 8 hit points down now. And I think operating around this Sergeant Hammer is no longer really going to be effective anymore for Feliz. They've lost too much ground. They're behind in rotations, which means they have to be cleaning up these waves. That's why Dehaka's not even up top right now. And that means Ballistix just kind of continues to stay a little bit ahead in structures, a little bit ahead in experience.
Exactly. Not enough protection for Dudu to do what he needs to do, and you know, you need everybody to kind of protect and work around Dudu, like we said. But this time around, they're going in, OJ.
Okay, he's taunted. There's the kill there. On to SDE.
All right. It's actually looking pretty good this time around.
Now they can maybe look to really heavily push this bell tower down.
Yeah, but if you notice, Yrel and Phoenix are just doing so much work at top and mid. Yrel slowly makes his way down. Dehaka's gonna try to defend the mid bell tower, but will it work by himself?
Oh man, this is actually so well played by Ballistix. Oh god. Like, this is a kill onto Hanaten for sure. And they should be able to convert this to a bell tower. Feliz is rotating up.
Yep, a little bit late. Dehaka does go down.
Because now if they don't win this fight, which I don't imagine they ever will, they don't get the bell tower either.
Alright, it could have been OJ's death as well, but the Deckard does save him, but... Wow.
So they rotate up and they don't get the kills. They're going to lose this bell tower. So the fact they got the bottom bell tower is less significant now.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a reasonable decision, but like you said, the decision was a little bit late.
It was definitely late. If they came a little bit earlier when Dehaka burrowed down and stayed alive and maybe had like 30 to 40% health and then they engaged, it could have been a different outcome, but they came up and they engaged right after Dehaka died. So it allowed Ballistix to change their focus onto the rotations, and which allowed Feliz, or which forced Feliz to back off.
If they abandoned taking bottom bell tower, came up, cleared this, and won a fight, they can defend and take one, and they have a bell tower lead now. But in order for that to happen, they would have to have Dehaka elsewhere. He would have to burrow in. Instead, they had Dehaka defending, who he can't really defend well, so they had to run to him rather than him, porting over. So just small things for Feliz. I'm not trying to actually really be that critical, but small things that Ballistix is just one step ahead of. And again, they trade up. They're pushing mid already. Hooligan fake invades. It's a Noblesse invade. And, this push mid gets a lot of value during that moment.
Dehaka and Yrel going at it at top once again.
See, when Li Ming is in the off lane, as you can see right now, it feels so much safer because she's got escapes. She can't really be dope on. She can do a lot of poke. I like this setup a lot more. Dehaka can come down if need be. He's taking a lot of damage in the top lane meanwhile.
Dehaka does come down. OJ, they're going to try to commit, but they're getting poked down. They're just keeping... Ballistix just keeping their distance perfectly here.
Like, Yrel just stole this from Dehaka because he rotated down. I mean, he was losing it anyways. He rotated down. And if Feliz doesn't get this bell tower right now, that's basically checkmate in this game. Because look at Yrel mid. Already look into the next bell tower, and Feliz is not getting this. In fact, Dudu's caught. Has to use his thrusters to get away.
Good.
It is not.
Yeah, if they take over this bottom shrine here, they're just gonna take all three of them. Let's get dragged in, but it's Muradin. Not too much danger here.
No.
It's gonna be big though. At least they definitely have to take the advantage. At least push back Ballistix for this one here at the bottom.
It's just so difficult. They don't have 16.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big spikes here for 16 on the side of Ballistix as well, especially Muradin for toss upgrade. So. Traded here is the top, but I mean it's a 5 for 3, so it's not really a trade that you want to take as Feliz, but you're out of options at this point. Dehaka has to somehow get global value. And they need to be... I honestly think they should just give this. If they lose this fight, they're going to lose another bell tower. Huge BFG damage. Okay. That's a reset for Aimer.
Yep. Salva does come through, but it's not going to do too much here.
Oh, look at Hooligan's health. He has to get out of here. He's got the armor, but it's only temporary.
He's trying to do his best to...
Tossed in. Oh, he has to use his heroic early. Big salvo damage.
Not doing too much right now, but...
Hanaten gets the grab. But can he survive? I don't think so. Stunned.
Shield.
OJ gets the combo off here. Aimer needs to get resets, and he just cannot get a second kill here.
He got that one reset, but the heals and the aggro is just going back and forth on the side of Ballistix. It just allows them to stay alive and disallows Li Ming to get the resets.
That interrupt there for Hooligan. Okay, OJ wants to go in. This is their last chance to really win this fight, but...
Ooh, they do get the pick off onto Phoenix.
Okay, can they get more?
Let's see.
This is how they could turn this game around. If they win this fight handedly and then retake the bell tower, grab bottom bell tower, this game swings like a pendulum. Oh, the Sundering is good. He survives, though. Liu keeping him alive, but Liu is out of mana now. They get the channel.
Just out of all of the mana. They have to kind of pull back a little bit. They do get the bell tower, the tower in the meantime. So let's see if they invade here.
I think Ballistix should give this up.
Yep.
Aimer is like looking for blood, man. 26 on Crash Lightning here for Thrall, very close to completing that. So,
well played on the side of Phoenix here.
Double stun onto OJ, but he's just got so much armor. They're playing around this armor super well. He has no fear.
Definitely doesn't, and he's been staying this low because he knows that he has the armor, and he's gonna kind of make Ballistix come in for him, even though they know he's pretty tanky with that, that low of a health bar, and ends up staying alive. And they take the most out of the team fight that they just fought for.
Yeah. You know, they wanted more, ideally. Yeah. And Dahaka's like, all right, well, I got like 1% of that bell tower at the top earlier. Let me try to make that 2. He's going back to where it, get some extra soak. Feliz is putting so much pressure down here that 5 men have to rotate and deal with them. But that's where the global gets value. That's where the Dahaka pick is actually gaining something here, where Yrel is not actually there anymore. Mid is slowly degrading in health, obviously, and that's a big problem. As that bell tower goes down to about 1/3 health. But Feliz is going to retake this top one eventually.
Yep.
And Dahaka can come down at any moment. OJ is just threatening on the side. It takes so long for Dahaka alone. He's like, please, oh my god.
Is there no attack speed upgrade? But this time around, as you guys can see at the top, Ballistix will hit 21st. But Feliz is not too far back. Not too far behind, maybe 2 levels, but it's still doable. If they do get a fight for 20, they make the same thing happen as the previous team fight.
Okay, SDE is getting this channel, though. This is a big problem. OJ has to interrupt.
Yep.
Too late. Goes off.
Yep, too late.
So, literally, if they get this bell tower, it's game over.
Yeah.
So, Feliz needs to be so careful right now. It's taking Dahaka forever to kill that top bell tower, and he didn't come down. And now SDE and friends are just coming over here saying, okay, well, if we kill this, literally GG, like goodbye, you die in 9 seconds. So they're just going to push this heavily. Even if Dahaka retakes, like, this is a 5v3 fight, they can win.
Oh, they could just dive in, and Dahaka's still at it, and he does actually come down now.
Big taunt. And there's the damage coming out from BFG, but the sundering is so good. Isolation's so meaningless here.
Hammer trying to do his best to do the damage output, but it's not working out. We do see Dahaka coming down, but he just takes the brunt of the damage.
Salvo's still available. If SC popped it there, might have actually gotten a kill. Remember, both bell towers still held by Ballistix, despite the fact that Aimer and Hanaten tried so hard to retake those. They just fail. And it's just chipping away right now is what Hanaten is trying to accomplish mid.
But he's back there, and it takes so long for him to clear the waves and finish the bell tower and to retake it, because he's been at top forever while this team fight started 3v5 and ended up coming a little late, but he finally does take back the middle tower.
Yeah.
But until everybody is set, and especially Dahaka, when he's done with his job, Feliz is unable to make any haste moves against Ballistix, even if they want to.
Yeah, and they're not going to have 21st.
Yeah.
It's going to take them a while to retake this top one, but that's actually going to mean that even if they lose both of these bell towers, if he gets it before that, they actually won't die. I mean, they're still in a really bad spot, but at least they survive if he retakes this, which he's got another wave right now, so he should get it in the next 15 seconds or so. Then they can look to engage, so they're just going to give one.
If he takes this one, it's 5, and then if Dahaka gets that bell tower, it's still 4, so it's still going to finish the game.
They have to fight. They have to fight. You're right. They did not get it. It was like 1 second too late.
If Dahaka got it first, then it would have been 1 left. But now it was a little too late. Dahaka does come down. They know this is the last fight.
OJ is so
just
in
all
trouble.
alone.
Yeah, Tranquility was really good. BFG almost blows up SC right as he gets 20. You can actually survive with his shield now. There it is. Oh, they underestimated his health there with the 20, and he survives. Right when 20 hits, everything changes in an instant. And that's going to be Ballistix taking the win.
Rocket. And they know it's over. Wow. If Dahaka was another hero and was able to retake the 2 bell towers a little bit fast, maybe like 2 seconds fast,